Welcome back, hosers. Today is my birthday, and that means I'm doing whatever I want. I'm sick of weeding, and I'm sick of building the fence for now. So because it's my birthday, I'm going to do something a little bit more fun. And what that is I'm going to assemble this beautiful garden gate that my really kind in-laws gave me for my birthday. Well, okay, they gave me a gift card, which I took to the big box store and exchanged for lumber. But as you will see, this is a beautiful garden gate. Follow along. This is not a gardening episode. Well, kind of it is, because it's a garden gate, but we're going to do some woodworking. I'm going to stick to simple hand power tools. I'm not going to use my table saw for this, because I want you to feel like this is something you can do too. And also because I'm not a big fancy woodworking channel. So I've determined that my gate needs to be 46 inches wide to have about a 1/4 inch of leeway on either side. I'm using a couple of scraps of lumber to lift this up off the ground so I'm not sinking my blade into the ground. And because people will be seeing this, I'm going to use a speed square to make sure my cut is in a straight line. Now I've got one of these. I'm going to make a couple more. I'm going to do 3 horizontal pieces because I might want to cut some fancy shapes, and this will provide more support for the cutouts. Now that that's finished, I'm going to do 2 48-inch long pieces for the sides. Now that I'm done with that, I am going to set my blade height on my circular saw to 1/2 of the width of a 2x4. So 2x4 is about, what is, 1.5 inches, right? Because dimensional lumber is stupid. Let's refresh our memories here. 1.5 inches. So I'm going to set my blade to 3/4 of an inch. Now I'm going to do a couple of test cuts. That looks about right. So now I'm going to be a lot more careful. And I'm going to do the same thing to these guys, except I want to mark out the width of a 2x4. Now I'm just going to show you this once, even though I'm doing it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, even though I'm doing it 12 times, because it's pretty time consuming with just a circular saw. And this isn't a woodworking video, this is a gardening video. I promise, somehow. So I'm using my speed square to make sure that I'm lined up at a 90-degree angle, and I'm cutting along my score. And now I'm just going to do cuts all the way down the length here. I'm running out of battery. Yep, spare battery. Once you've made as many cuts as you feel like you can manage with the tools you've got, like I would have done a lot more cuts on a table saw because that's way more precise. Just go ahead and break off all these tabs you've created. And then if you have a sharp chisel, it'll be better. I do not. You go through and you just kind of smooth it out. Alright, so here's this piece ready to go. I'm going to do the other ones off camera because now I'm going to cheat and use my table saw because it's faster. I'm running into problems because I was trying to assemble on an uneven surface. So I'm going to try fixing that. And we'll keep the sledgehammer handy. Maybe I can force it. Right, now let's see if it fits in the gate hole or if I totally screwed it up. That's a little tight, but I think it fits. Excellent. We will proceed. And I will be careful not to extend it any farther than I already have. If I wanted to just do like a rectangular gate, this would be about finished. But I am going to get a little bit artsy-fartsy with this because I can't help myself. And also it's a birthday gate, it should be special. And I'm going to use these brad nails to hold everything in place because I want to get decorative. Oh, I need a pencil. We're doing an art project now. Now what I'm doing is playing and having fun and creating a makeshift compass. Cool, cool. Now watch this. That does a really good job breaking leads. I just want to make a cute little cutout that kind of breaks up the boringness of the rectangle. That'll need to be the other end of the cutout there. So there's the corner. And I'll just kind of trace over to, now it's going to be a bit weird. I'm going to have a little hole in there because I didn't plan this well. That's what happens when you get creative and you don't think things through. Now let's darken this with the Sharpie so that when I attack it with my jigsaw, I can still see what I'm doing even though there's sawdust flying all over the place. So now you can see I've traced out half of an arch on top, and I'm just going to use the one half of the slats to be a template to the other half, which will make it very symmetrical. And then I'm not going to have the same symmetry down here as I cut out my little shapes. Okay, so that's going to be a quarter of a circle, and then I got some other circles there just for funsies. And I think that is going to be sufficient. I don't want to make it too busy. Well, that's not going to be a perfect arch shape. It'll look better with the spaces though. Now we are tracing. So if you developed this skill well in elementary school, you are set. Of course, the alternative is to make your fence a boring old rectangle. So then you don't have to do any of this. Right, now that I've cut out all of my pieces, I am just going to screw them all down. I'm going to start with my outside pieces so that I can make sure my pattern extends all the way to the outside. And I've measured so that this has a 4-inch at the bottom there. Alright, so now I've braced my whimsical gate approximately where I want it. And we're going to see how badly I can screw up installing hinges for it. Alright, moment of truth. Time to get these support screws out. Oh, nice. It's just going to get nicer when I clear out that grass. Okay, so we've successfully hung that. Let's install the latch and call it done. Oh, need a longer screwdriver. Hey, happy birthday to me, and welcome to my garden. This is pretty nice. There are a couple of areas that I'm going to need to reinforce because my whimsical cutouts left things a little weak through here, and I might want to put another cross brace across here. But that's actually something I can do while it's installed. I'm pretty happy with the way it opens and closes and latches. I think it will be sufficient to keep deer out of my garden. And of course I've still got this gap here to fill in and some mesh to put in here. But thank you for joining me in my garden, and I hope you have a wonderful time in your own.